Hi everybody, it's Kathy from Huckleberry Herbs and Art. I've been away for a while and have a couple of things I want to share with you and some information. I'm going to squeeze a lot into this because actually school starts on Monday and I'm a teacher, so I'm hoping I'll be able to find time to keep doing this because I'm enjoying the community and being able to craft and share with you guys so much. But I do have 350 students as I'm a music teacher, and I also run a choir, and my own choir that I'm in as an adult in my church is going to start back up again. So my schedule goes crazy in September. So I've been cramming to get a lot of things done, but I was away. My husband and I were in Rockport, Maine for a little over a week, and oh my goodness, I had intermittent internet. And I was trying to watch all you guys and see the things that you were doing, but the internet was in, out, so I did try to make comments where I had a few seconds of a connection. But we were in a camper up there, and it was a little bit difficult. But I also, went on some adventures. I couldn't do any of my own crafting, nor was I able to really get to the internet. So the most that I could pull off, really, while I was there, I brought a little bag because the car was packed with, some thread and some of my stiff lace that I like to put on the back of my satin flowers, and so I have pieces of flowers to show for being up there as far as work. But I did go looking around. My goal was to try to relax a little and enjoy the coast. I love the rocky coast of Maine. Also to collect shells to make things with and take pictures because I like to do photography as well, and do some shopping, but not, spend money on things that were just memorabilia per se. I was out to try and find items that I could use for crafting, seeing as, you're in a new area, why not give it a shot? So they had they have a Goodwill store in Rockport or Rockland. It's right near the line. And I haven't been in one in a while, and this was a fairly big one, and there's not one like, right in my town anyway. So my husband and I went in, and I definitely had a blast. I came out with pounds of fabric, and I was very surprised to find that some of it was extremely interesting. Let me put it that way. For example, and I'm not going to do a haul video here, but this was just thrown in a bag with a bunch of other materials, and I don't know if you can really see, but it's textural, it's upholstery fabric, but it's gorgeous, and it's raised, and I guess you would call that a relief. I just fell in love with this stuff, and there was all kinds of interesting things in these bags. So I came back with pounds. We were packed in the car of fabric scraps and little pieces of things that I'm so excited to play with. I also found some odd items in there that you might not expect to find, such as this thing. Okay, so I'll back up a little. It's a roll of what looked to me to be somewhat shabby chic-like material, and I thought, oh my goodness, not only can I do something with that, because I'm always up there cutting and slicing and piecing materials together, but where it is already cut for some reason into this rolled shape, who knows what industry it was being used in, and they didn't need this or something. I thought, well, that's enough to maybe even share with some of the people on YouTube if anybody's interested. I might throw some of this up on my Etsy store, or I guess you could PM me if you or interested. What I would like to know from you, because I'm going to ask for lots of advice in this video, because I am new at this, is what would you do with this? It's, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 tops inches wide. And I was thinking that I might even cut it thinner and put laces on either side and either use it and or sell it as a shabby chic ribbon trim or something. So anyway, if you have any ideas of what you would do, you know, would you cut them into more like quilting squares and sell them like that? Would you make the ribbon with them? Would you just sell them in yardage as they are? I'd love to hear on your comments your advice and ideas on what to do with that. I also was extremely excited because I found my first wedding dress. I've actually been, you know, poking around and looking a little bit for ideas and possibilities, and I didn't want to buy it on Craigslist and not have seen it close up, at least for the first one, you know. So I've been dying to have some more wedding appliques, and I said, well, let me go over to the dresses and check it out. And whoa, okay, I found a couple of them, but one of them that looked like the appliques were removable enough, and the dress was nice and clean, and it had a pretty good amount of the appliques and trim on the bottom, and I was very excited. So I'll try to put a picture up of the wedding dress rather than trying to squeeze it onto this table or something for you, just for the heck of it, so you can see it, because I was really psyched. It was, you know, $7.99 for a wedding dress with appliques that I could use, and I took the pictures that night, so excuse me when you see the pictures there in our camper, because the stove's right next to the dress. But I wanted to start cutting it, so, you know, I was sitting there in the camper actually cutting out pieces, but I thought, well, I better take a picture of it first before I start at it. And it was really actually very difficult to cut into it because it was a beautiful dress. Okay, next, a couple quick little project shares here. First of all, I actually, you know, having been away, didn't have my stuff, couldn't get much done, but I did want to show you this, my little way of bringing my summer back to school with me. I am very interested in all of the beautiful lace bracelets, and you know, want to start making some myself. But in the meantime, I thought, well, let me just give my hand a little try at something and make it so that I could actually wear it to school. So I wanted to actually keep it somewhat minimalized. I didn't want to overdo, so that I could wear it on just, you know, your average day. So I took some of my favorite trim from Tressers. I just love the rose tones in that trim, and I actually used it for the drops in my teapot tag for seriously scrapping the tag hop. So this is the trim that I cut the little drops to make coming out of the tattered lace teapot. And it was kind of a pain because this is stretchy, but as you can see, the way that I hand stitched just at the very most important points, and they were individual. I didn't stitch it and then move over and stitch. I stitched, tied a knot, moved over, stitched, tied a knot, so that the leaves are, you know, individually tacked down. That way, you know, when you stretch it to put it on, and you don't need to have any other means of opening and closing, you don't tear the lovely lace. So, and then of course, so I can wear that to school, and it's minimal enough, and it's nice and soft. And then I don't know if you can see it, but I put a little of my Swarovski crystal, just a little dab in the middle there. Okay, so then I had said when I first got onto YouTube that I wanted to make some bridal headpieces. I hope to make christening gowns too. And I did manage to pull something together since we returned. These are the 2 laces that I used for this. Isn't this beautiful? So I actually cut out, if I can get this to stay for a second, I cut out this part and used that section of the applique as an applique, and this pretty little ruffle trim here. And what I've managed to complete, and again, I would love to hear what you ladies think of this, I managed to complete at least one bridal headpiece. Okay, so if it looks like the picture changed a little, it did because my battery ran out, and I just took advantage of moving things around on the table, seeing as I had to stop for a minute anyway. And I do want to finish this video because I am running out of time. So this is my bridal veil, and I will try to show it to you. As far as length goes, I did do a approximately a waist length, and it is meant, as it is a comb, to, you know, wear either hanging down from the top of your bun with your hair hanging low, or you could put it up top. I did make it so that there's a shorter one that can go over as a full veil if you want. So at any rate, I was about to try and show you those laces and trims, and here's the little leaves one. I started with, once I got the veil pieces sewn together, or actually I just flipped it over and sewed straight across. I then put this pretty lace, sorry, around it, and I wanted to enclose the workings of the veil itself. And then I put this applique across the center of it, and that kind of drapes down on the side when you're wearing it in your hair. And then this pin actually comes off, so that if you want to use it as a pin after the wedding, you can take it off and tuck your veil away and keep your pin with you. And it's a comb, and I did sew the comb to the inside of the lace that I wrapped the veil with, and used as a little more thickness to apply the leaves and the pin. But even though I sewed across the comb, I still wanted to be sure that there was no way that this would come loose. That would be a tragedy as far as I'm concerned. So I put some nice soft velvet ribbon. I did put a little bit of glue on that just to seal everything inside. Otherwise everything is hand sewn. So there is my veil, and I'm so glad that I somehow managed to pull off making something. I didn't decorate the edges of the veil or do anything fancier than that. It's been a long time since I made a veil. I used to make them, and the styles have changed enormously, so I thought I would just start off with something very simple, and so I'm asking for advice on this. I'm gonna probably put this up in my Etsy store. Of course, if somebody, you know, needs a veil, you could PM me and let me know. But what would you sell this waist length, 2-layered, blinged out, lovely lace headpiece for a bride? What would you sell it for? So that's all of my material type showing. I have one more thing to quickly show you, and one of the reasons I wanted to get this video up now is because I have also been in the workshop, and I've been working. Nah, that's not going to work. I've been in the workshop, and I've been working very hard on getting my jewelry pieces together. So, soldering. And I just thought I'd give you a quick show here, because I did do a tutorial on how to solder these. Cameras don't like to zoom in when you, or, you know, clear the shot when you have zoomed in. So, here's my pansies again. And I am making some jewelry. And I have a 2-part tutorial which I'll be loading as soon as I finish loading this video. And if you're interested in seeing some workshop jewelry making, check out those videos. They're coming this weekend. And I'll also be back with a VR to Seriously Scrappin's new challenge. She's running a lovely challenge with, oh my goodness, she's giving a $100 winnings for that challenge. And I am going to participate. You have plenty of time to get into it, and I'll give more information when I come back with that challenge information with the VR. So make sure you check out the VR video when I return with that. And let me see, did I get everything in? Yeah, let me know what you think about this material and how you would cut it. And let me know what you would price this veil for. And let me know what you think of the pansy jewelry, and check out the tutorial, 2 parts that I should be uploading tonight. And I'll be back at some point this weekend with a quick VR response to Seriously Scrappin', who also has a Zibbit store, same name. And I'll put the VR up so that I can give you some more clear information. In the meantime, you could go over to her channel, see what you can learn there yourself if you don't want to wait. And well, it's nice to be back, and hoping I can keep this up once school starts. It gets really hectic. Hope all of you are doing well. Till next time, everybody, God bless.